Collective, welcome to another energy reading. This is based on connection, reflection, and situation with your twin flame. Okay, your go-to song is "I've Been Loving You Too Long" by Otis Redding. Okay, beautiful song, beautiful artist. I was also tuning into the name Jennifer. Okay, so I'm just gonna clarify. Also, side note, whomever you're dealing with, collective, however, this could be from masculine, but you know what it is. Here on my channel, we do not discriminate. But if you're dealing with Jennifer, collective, I feel like you would not be shocked that this person is your twin flame. Okay, however, there is also a soul tie. Is it good? I'm not sure. So, dealing with this Jennifer here, I feel like there was a lot of passion. It was intense. For some of you guys, you could have dealt with this person while Jennifer was with somebody else, or you were with somebody else, collective. Okay, so it could have been a lot of temptation here, flirting. But I'm getting the energy of it was supposed to be lighthearted and fun and not serious, like one of those a brief moment, but somebody got hurt in the process. Okay, so the situation here now is I don't think that Jennifer wants to fix anything. Okay, if you're man watching, I don't think Jennifer is ready to fix anything. I don't know if you stepped out or if they're in a situation right now. And it's gonna sound very controversial, but I also feel like for some twin flames, they meet very abruptly, unconventionally, and it tends to like have a lot of strings. Okay, whether it's, and a lot of healing needs to take place, right? For you guys, it could have been the situation of like, in this case with Jennifer, I saw this beautiful person and it was just like, I've never felt this energy before, and one thing led to another. But Jennifer is married. Jennifer is going through a divorce, or you are married, collective, or you're going through a divorce, or it was kind of like a brief of the moment. And yes, even if it's for some, it may or may not be cheating. In the eyes of twin flames, you probably didn't see it that way, but after a lot of reflection, especially if this was just quite brief, you know, they'll be like, I don't think this is a good idea. A lot of twin flames have an electric craze about each other. It's a type of energy where like you question yourself and your reality, because it seems too good to be true. And then all the things that you have to heal and the traumas and the mirroring comes up, and you're just like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing and the best thing ever. And it's like, I don't know if I went in or out, but you're in it, and it's kind of like you have to go through it. But it's like, what the fuck, because nothing and nobody can understand it better than you and your twin flame. But it's worse when your twin flame is kind of like, I'm out. Okay, they choose the easier route because dealing with a twin flame seems to be too much to handle, and it's not you per se, collective. Or if you view them that way, I'm still on the Jennifer part. Okay, it is coming to terms with yourself. I think that's the hardest part, you know. However, you can use the Jennifer part as symbolic, whoever resonate with that. However, I did channel that name, so whomever. Okay, but for the rest of you guys, it's still the same formula. Here I channel with charms and like this because it's much easier for me. As somebody that's like more comfortable with intuitive messages here. I've been thinking of like ditching the cards, so I feel like that's gonna be like a thing I do over time. I still get messages. I'm still intuitive. Like, it's not like I need the cards, but I know it's a thing on YouTube, but I'm kind of over it. Like, in the other reading, I was supposed to do like a timeline thingy, because I do be getting messages, but they don't come like that. Like, it takes time, my mind can only do so much. So with that being said, like, I was supposed to do like a collective channeling, right, for a timeline date-wise, but I didn't have the energy to get my cards, and I'm just like, you know what, sometimes you be like that, So I feel like that's also symbolic. Maybe you or your person wanted things to be in a certain way, and then whatever you guys, there could have been some sort of assumption here of how things were supposed to go and look, and then all of a sudden somebody's bubble burst. So this could have been quite symbolic between you and your person, where it's like, this is overall, this is not the Jennifer part collective, but it's like, when you meet somebody, you connect with them, and you just feel this intense chemistry, energy, and all these twin flame signs and whatnot. Just like developing a crush, but you guys know it's much deeper than that, And they say something, or they showcase something, or you, but to simplify it, and all of a sudden you're just like, I don't want this to be my twin flame, or you don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and that's why you start running, aka runner chaser dynamic, right? Because it's the reality of facing things that you have been trying to avoid. I feel like on a human spectrum, that's just a lot to deal with, whatever the case may be. And I feel like somebody or you and them could have lived in this beautiful honeymoon phase, and then reality hit and somebody choose to run away. So this reading, this energy here, it's runner chaser dynamic. That's what it's giving. Somebody is too afraid and they're running away. It's that simple, okay? Well, this journey is never simple, but you get my drift. So we got, a few charms here. We got the key. We got the crown. So they see you as their king or queen, right? Somebody's heart was definitely heartbroken here. Somebody's also going through healing. Even if it was hurtful, they're running. Okay, because I feel like the running part is like the most hurtful thing of it all. There's still love there. It's kind of like somebody's like is in denial of, I don't love collective, or collective is like, or let me just do this, I don't love my twin flame, or my twin flame doesn't love me. But you guys know it. As soon as you guys locks eyes or talk again, the energy is still there, so prevalent. Like, you cannot run away what's like. And I know it's gonna sound quite trauma bonded right now and toxic, but collective, listen here, when you can overcome it, right? Because I'm not tuning into like why they're running away from it on you. It's more so it's them, okay? It's really them, okay? As cliche as it sounds, okay? And I feel like even in this running away, when you guys look outside, come together in union again, okay? Because I do see this happening. That feeling, that love, that intensity, that, and however long it takes, it's still there. Me, I'm a quite logical person, I like things to be calculated, okay, and organized, right? And but one thing you can't organize and calculate and, you know, micromanage is love. You cannot. And chemistry and energy, you can't. Like you cannot help your love. Like you can fight 100 times, they can run away 10 times, vice versa, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, if they're like, I'm thinking of my twin flame thinking of me, you meet them, it's the way you guys talk, lock eyes, and they might be so afraid, and probably will be when you guys, you know, reunite again. But I'm tuning into the image of like, just like laughter and release. And I feel like the release part is the hurt of hurting you, hurting one another, running away, all the things that you have to heal, face. So there's also going to be like a forgiveness. Like, I'm sorry I ran away. I'm also tuning into somebody's like, I'm sorry that she loved me. Or I'm sorry that it's me that you choose to love. The twin flame journey is it's something. Okay. I'm also seeing that based on the charms here, somebody's also ready to give up their pride. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot more balance between power dynamics here. For some of you guys, it could be quite similar in terms of like your aesthetic, your appearance, background, ethnicity, etc., or you just energetically coded to be meant to be. Okay, a lot of grapes. Okay, so that makes me think of like in the Bible. I've been getting into my Bible recently, but that makes me think of like be fruitful and multiply. So some of you guys are gonna have a lot of babies or make a lot of love to make babies, or just enjoying each other's fruit. So basically you're gonna reap what you sown, and this is the love, the energy between you guys that God has brought together for you guys to enjoy. Okay. Wow. All right. So let's see here. Somebody could have also like, yeah, there's definitely running a chase and dynamic. It could also be quite sweet. I feel like somebody felt like it wasn't safe to love you, or the anchor wasn't stable. Okay, so somebody could have dealt with a lot of instability here. Somebody could have also come from a rough like life, heavy on childhood. Somebody's also very brutally honest, so that could have also affect somebody's like emotions as well. I feel like somebody was also like moving location a lot. Ice cream could also be symbolic. Maybe that's what you like to eat. Ice cream. Do you get this once? That's the only time I will link. If I'm gonna go with any symbolic signs, like for twin flame, I will always stick by the swans. Always. Like personally, I don't link 1111 to twin flame or any other number that, you know, says twin flame after. Because what I've observed and noticed and tuned into, this is the only symbolic sign that's been accurate. Okay, maybe that's also resonating here. So maybe when it comes to signs, for those who like to look for a sign or ask for a sign, make sure it's a sign that is tailored to your twin flame. You know, for some of you guys, it is the 1111. You're gonna stand by it. For some of you guys, it's the swans, or it's a shared song. emphasis on I've been loving you too long by Otis Redding, right? Something that you have shared, whether spiritually, energetically, in the physical, but you know what it is. I want to share an example, but I listen, there are a lot of people that may or may not mimic your twin flame, but you cannot mimic what's supposed to be for you, right? They can try, it can be going down the wrong path for your person for a bit, and that could have been the case as well, where somebody's like, oh, I thought collective was my twin flame, but then I linked up with somebody else and they're my twin flame, but then they always reference you, okay? Or vice versa. And I feel like they cannot duplicate or clone what's real. So maybe that is symbolic as well, where it's like when they ran away, there's like, and I mean heavy on say this collective is because somebody didn't want to face reality and deal with the things that you have to heal in a twin flame relationship, okay? I could have gone with somebody else's my twin flame because it's much more easier, not this, not collective. But they are replica of you, of the true twin flame. So find what makes you guys like, and I'm not talking about shared interest. I believe everybody has like intuition, but it could be the thing where it's like, yeah, I'm an intuitive. I will always have gifts because that's something God gifted to me, okay? But for the longest time, God knows I love music, and that's why I do music channelings. But that's like one of the things where, in whatever the case may be, that is like a source of communication to me, and that will always like awaken me. You know how some people be like, "Let me lure them in with snacks and sugar." I'm very big on music, like that's like, okay, here we go, right? And I'm trying to figure out if when you don't know, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you know who it is, but you could also be in denial, or they're in denial that it's you. But the signs are there. Like, Spirit team, God, ancestors, angels have shown signs of this person. And perhaps somebody is too afraid to realize the truth of the matter. Okay, so that could be a blockage here, but I do have cards for a blockage. For some of you guys, the blockage here is this. We got the Phoenix card. Is that somebody doesn't want to transition, change the chapter, actually change it. Like, let's flip the script, okay? So actually either staying in the same place or refusing to, like, you know, flip the page. That's the blockage. For some of you guys are gonna flip the page. For some of you guys are gonna stay on the same chapter because somebody's still afraid. That's the honest truth. Okay. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a Scorpio. Others, the blockage here is this: the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Now, I always say this in terms of twin flame. If you know who it is, and God is like, that's your person, or your spirit team, angels, etc., there is no changing that. Okay. For some of you guys, you probably haven't asked for a sign, or you don't know. Listen, it doesn't take a week or two to know if the person is for you. It's not. The blockage here is that either they don't want to deal with you, they're over and done, or you don't want to deal with them and you're over and done with them. And that's the blockage, that you guys don't want to transform, or you just don't want to do this anymore. Now, if your person, which I'm not tuning into in this reading, have been abusive, unhinged in such a way where it has caused you harm emotionally, spiritually, mentally, this ain't it. This is not for you. I'm talking to the twin flames that need things to heal within themselves so they can heal each other, therefore heal the collective, therefore healed, you know, the whole saying. So we got the quote-unquote death card and the transformation card. And for some of you guys, the last blockage is this, still being on the running mode. And to just go based on the card, some of them is the ego, that's the blockage. For some of them is fear of commitment, intimacy, etc. And for some of them, it is straight up codependency. Overall, in a beautiful package of being a runner. Okay? So it's either one or the other. Okay? Blockage wise. Now, it doesn't mean that you guys will overcome it, because you will, because you guys are twin flame. If you're not, you at least know what it is. And you can move on to a new chapter. Because I firmly do believe that what is not for me will not attach to me. This is your go-to advice. I'm going to keep it short. Okay? And for some of you guys, the God part could be ancestors, spirit team, okay? But yeah. That's your reading.